So now that we are done with incubation for the slants, we're going to look at our slants and record our reactions on our QC sheet. So when we're looking at the slants, we're actually looking at multiple different reactions. We're looking at an aerobic reaction within the slant itself, and then an anaerobic reaction within the butt. So now when we look at our slants, we're looking at them as a set, because remember when we struck from our colony, our selective auger plates to our slants, we used one colony for both slants. And that's important because within this set of slants that we use to streak our colony, we have six separate reactions, but we're going to have 4 different items that we're going to record, and then we're also going to record whether or not we see any H2S production. So let's go ahead and start with sample number 1, which is right here, and take a look at what kind of reactions we see. So the TSI, which is our red slant, we're looking at the slant color, the butt color, so the slant color, the butt color, and then whether or not produced H2S. Now, we see a lot of H2S production in this slant. That's going to be that black color that's produced in that anaerobic section. We're also going to look for presence of air pockets or gas production, and we're going to record that information as well. So, on our QC sheet, we have sample 1 for 165, so 165 sample 1, isolate A, and we're going to record our information across this first line here. So TSI, we have a red slant over a yellow butt, so we're going to circle the R for the slant and Y for yellow for the butt, and then we're going to look for H2S and gas production. So I do not see. There's a little bit of gas production right here, so we can go ahead and say yes, there's a little bit of gas production. You can see it right here at the end of the butt. So H2S, so whatever is listed on top or first goes on top, and gas would be on the bottom. So we have N for no for H2S and Y for yes for gas. So R over Y. There's actually another air pocket right there. No for H2S production, but Y, yes for gas production. Now we're going to record our LIA. So our LIA, you actually kind of have to hold it up to the light a little bit. This does have yellow production. So this is going to be a P for purple. So purple slant over a yellow butt. So purple over yellow. And then it's also asking for that H2S production. You can always compare your slants to your controls. So you see how this has that black H2S production in there and this one does not. That's what we're looking for. This is the H2S negative. You can see how it looks very similar. That's showing that H2S production, that blackening of the media is not there. So this would be no for H2S production. So that is the recordings for the first slant. So let's just keep going. So for isolate B, we're looking at our TSI first. We have a red slant over a yellow butt. So R over Y. And then once again, we see some air pockets down here at the bottom, here in the side. There's another little air pocket right there. So yes, we will say gas, but there is no H2S production. So no for H2S over Y for gas. Now moving to our LIA, we do have a purple slant over a yellow butt. So purple over yellow. And then once again, I do not see any of that H2S production. So we're going to circle N for H2S. For isolate C, We do have a little bit of a red here on the slant. This is pretty atypical. Salmonella usually does not produce this much gas. You can see where the gas has cut through the auger and split it. So we would still record this as R over Y, or red over yellow. Our H2S production is negative, so that would be no for H2S. And gas would be a yes. I'm seeing a common theme here. Same thing for our slants. We have purple over yellow. This one is much more yellow than the others. You can really see the yellow. We do have a lot of gas production, even in the LIA. That is pretty uncommon for salmonella. So we'll do purple over yellow, and then we have no H2S production again. All right, for isolate D, starting with the TSI, once again, very similar to isolate C. We do have a little bit of a red on the slant, lots of gas production, yellow production, no H2S production, no. So we're gonna do red over yellow, no H2S over yes for gas. And then for our LIA, same thing. We have a purple slant, yellow butt, very bright yellow, even gas production again in the LIA, which is pretty uncommon for salmonella. Purple over yellow, and no H2S production there as well. Okay. So if you remember, isolates E and F are performed in the 48-hour observation, so those slants actually won't come out till tomorrow. So I will fill in that information when we get those slants out tomorrow. Okay, so let's take a look at our sample 2. Let's take a look at isolate A and look at their reactions. So isolate A, we can not even see what color it is on the butt because of the H2S production. It's very, very strong H2S production here. So I'm just going to put a note, H2S production blocked the ability to see the butt reaction. So for our TSI, we're going to record an R for red. I'm just going to put, do I have any notations on here? No. So I'm just going to put a little star here. Down here at the bottom, I just wrote down here H2S production too great to review the slant's butt reaction. That way we know that, hey, I can't tell if it's red or yellow. Some of them you will be able to. I'm sure we'll see some that we'll be able to tell. But for this one specifically, just the entire butt is solid black, so you can't see it. Even if you hold it up to the light, sometimes you'll be able to see red or yellow shine through, but this one, the H2S production is just too strong. So obviously it has H2S, so yes. Does it have any gas? It's a little difficult to tell, but I don't believe so. So I'm going to circle in for no. And let's take a look at the LIA reaction. So it's interesting, this LIA reaction actually doesn't have any H2S production, which is a little different. But this is definitely purple over yellow, with no H2S production. So we'll just circle the N for no, or none. All right, looking at isolate B, same thing here, really unable to tell the butt's reaction. So we're going to do red. I'm just gonna put the same little asterisks to notate that the H2S production is too strong. So it does have H2S production. I don't really see any gas production. You should still be able to see those air pockets if there were any. So I'm gonna circle in for no. And then same set of reactions here. We have a purple slant over a yellow butt with no H2S production. For isolate C, we have a full yellow slant. And then once again, that H2S production just took over that butt. So I'll put another little asterisk here just to notate. It does have H2S production and it does have gas. You can see a big air pocket right here. Lots of air down below. It's almost pushing the whole auger up the tube as a whole. And then looking at the LI. So for sample 2, once again, you know, we saw a lot of H2S production. And once again, that's the first thing really you're going to look for. Anything with H2S production automatically gets moved through. So isolate A, B, C, and F automatically get carried on. So production for A was yes, B was yes, C was yes, D was no, so we can take a look at that one. E was no, so we can take a look at that one. And then F was yes. So automatically A, B, C, and F get carried on. Now, once again, looking at this slant reaction here, anything that has a red slant for the TSI will also automatically get carried on. So because these TSI slants for D and E had a red reaction, they will automatically get carried on to the next step of the process. So all 6 slants will continue on to go through the conformation process. Since we did not have any reactions that were yellow over yellow, negative H2S, yellow butt, negative H2S for the LIA, we cannot discard any of our slants. Of course, if we had slants with no change, the TSI and the LIA had no change at all, we could discard those as well, but we had reactions for all of our slants.